With the recent approvals for upgrades at the Kyalami racetrack, the dream of hosting an F1 in South Africa has drawn ever closer. Tonight, MSC Cruises are hosting a watch party because the F1 movie has been highly anticipated by fans globally. It also highlights how commercial partnerships are vital in ensuring that sports events like Grand Prix can take place. So we're chatting now to the MD of MSC Cruises, Ross Volk. Ross, thanks so much for joining us. Were you excited about the movie?
Well, it's a great privilege to be here. Thank you very much. And yes, I'm very excited, and I can see the buzz in the cinema here is going to be ecstatic, and I think it's going to be amazing. So yeah, we're really proud of the partnership and what it means for sport.
I think the global partnership has been extended to 2030. What excites you about it from a South African context? Apart from the fact that yes, these approvals for the upgrades have been made and we're inching that ever closer to hosting our own Formula One Grand Prix, but what does it mean for the South African cruising market as well?
I think it's a brand, a holistic brand representation. Both our luxury cruise brand Explorer, as well as our contemporary brand MSC Cruises, gives an opportunity to expose the brand globally, what we offer globally, the vessels that are hosting hotel services in Monaco and in Abu Dhabi, showcase the product that we have to offer. Great for our guests and for people out there watching the Grand Prix to see it. And also think it speaks to what we want to showcase from a sporting perspective. You spoke about a new introduction. What partnerships do for sport. We would love to see it come to South Africa. Obviously, that's outside of our control. But if it does come, we're certainly going to make a big song and dance about it, especially with our partnership. And we're really looking forward to potentially hosting it in South Africa, but also the brand representation it means for the globe as well.
Well, actually, that was going to be my next question. How much influence do you have, given that you guys are global partners of F1? What say do you get? Do you get to provide the numbers and the commercial case for it? Give us a sense of the influence that MSC Cruises has in hopefully bringing that closer to South Africa.
Well, I think that's definitely a decision to be made by a lot higher up, both within the company that runs Formula One as well as the South African government. I think that from a commercial perspective and a partner perspective, you would be looking at it only from a commercial side, things, not the decision-making characteristics of what it would mean for the country. I think that's got to be held in a very different realm. So,
do they ask you for the commercial case? Do they ask you in terms of the potential revenue from a tourism perspective or any of that type of insight into that bid?
I think that's all again housed within the ministry and that kind of stuff. We're a partner, we're not the decision makers in terms of where to go and what to host. There's a lot of characteristics and considerations. Safety, is the track ready? Will it be good for Africa? Can we get you logistically wise? I think those are significant questions that Gayton McKenzie, Honourable Minister, as well as the Formula One management need to answer rather than the sponsor from our perspective.
Have they given you any indication as to then when sponsors get a say or get some input or get to recommend anything?
No, so the sponsorship is held at a head office level. So we feed off that. If asked, I'll provide the information, but I haven't been asked yet. So let's see. But I think those relationships are held at a central level by our global chairman, who's an outstanding human being. And if he had the opportunity, I think he would try. But I'm not sure how it will work beyond that.
Give us some insight as to why the partnership has worked for MSC Cruises. Apart from some of the cruising elements you mentioned, what has it done in the minds of the consumer?
Well, I think Formula One is a premier brand. It's something that is watched globally by billions of people. So it has a great access in. And I think the alignment works pretty well because we're a luxury cruise brand, we're a contemporary cruise brand, we've got a wonderful product. And I think it gives that element of tourism to something that's already successful, but it adds that dynamic edge to the holiday aspect and the tourism aspect, which always people want to get through. So you got the Formula One, which everyone wants to watch, and everyone wants to go on a holiday.
So that was Ross Volk. He's the MD of MSC Cruises in South Africa, and he really helped us connect the dots between the world-class cruising business and the commercial interest in world-class sport and the big property, the huge property that is the sport of Formula One. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement in the country and internationally around the launch of this movie, and that is matched by our excitement in South Africa, given the approvals for the upgrades at the Kyalami Grand Prix racetrack. So we could be, as South Africans, cruising towards our own Grand Prix moment. So from the watch party here in Johannesburg, that's it from me, Stacey Holland.